Oh, hey guys. I was just reading our story again in Matthew 4. And I know that you guys talked a lot about how yesterday we talked about Jesus and how he needed some time to get closer to God. And I love this story because it shows me how much I need time to get closer to God. And so, as I was reading through, I read about this other guy in the story. You see, Satan, or the devil. He tried to pull Jesus away from God, and he tried lots and lots of different ways to pull Jesus away from God. You see, the first thing he tried to do was he tried to give him some food. You see, Jesus had been in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights with no food. He must have been so hungry. And so the first thing that the devil tried to do was tried to tempt him with some food and said, take this food, it'll be okay. But Jesus wouldn't be tempted. He didn't give in to the devil. And then the devil, he took him up, and he wanted Jesus to show him his power. And so he tempted him with power. And then finally he tempted him with riches. He showed him the whole world and said, this whole world can be yours if you just bow down and worship me. But Jesus wasn't going to be tempted by that. You see, Jesus wanted to get closer to God, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get closer to God. Now, the cool thing about this, and I want you guys to reread the story again today, because I want you to focus on what Jesus did. You see, every time the devil threw something at him, every time he tried to tempt him and tried to get Jesus to do something, Jesus always responded to the devil with Bible verses. You see, everything he responded was something that was written in the Bible. You see, Jesus used the Bible as his weapon against the devil. You see, when Satan tried to tempt him, Jesus was like, I don't need to listen to you. I want to focus on God, and I want to be close to God. And so he gave Satan back those Bible verses. And that was the weapon that he used to fight against him. You see, if we're going to get closer to God, we have to focus on our Bibles, and we have to let God talk to us so that we can be ready for whatever Satan has to throw our way. Now, what I want you guys to do is reread this again today, and then finish your rockets so that your rockets can get closer to God tomorrow for the big launch. And then I also want you to work together as a group. Look at your memory verse. You see, every week I give you guys a memory verse so that you can learn some scripture. Just like Jesus gave the Bible and the Bible verses back to the devil, I want us to be ready with Bible verses in our memories so that when we feel like, oh no, I'm getting tempted, I remember my memory verse, and my memory verse helped me to stay close to God. So, those are your assignments for today. Work with your group, make sure everybody's rockets are done, help somebody if they need extra help, then work on your memory verses so that we can get in our minds, just like Jesus did, how using Bible verses to fight off the temptations of Satan in this world, that's how we're going to win. So, I'm going to go back to reading my Bible. You guys got to go back to working on your rockets. I will see you next week. Have an awesome time launching rockets.